Well, I'm back from the sleigh ride. I delivered all the toys. It's been quite interesting. All I can say is, I hope you enjoy all the bluey stuffed animals. Okay. Happy to be back. I'm gonna open and keep it very simple. Let's welcome your host and MC, Mr. Mark Sweetman. Is that loud enough?
Hold on here.
Hello, Mark Sweetman.
There I am, right there. You got to tell me if you can hear me or not, because I just added this. Hold on.
Yes, we hear you.
You can hear me? Okay, good. Because I just added this particular. Oops.
Oh, I put that on purpose. I put that up. My bad.
Yeah. Thank you.
I hope another sponsor.
Yeah. All these inadvertent sponsors we're having. I actually
placement. They should pay for that.
I shouldn't. And I'm diabetic. I should not have Rice Krispie treats behind me. You know, those belong to the girls who are 40 years away from diabetes. I hope.
Oh.
But welcome to the off night. Special show tonight. This is. Let's just get everybody out here. How do I do that again? Okay, right here.
I think we are all
there. There we are.
Yeah.
Everyone's here. It's a special show tonight. This is our annual welcome back to the North Pole Santa show.
We're back from the North Pole. Yeah.
Well, back to whatever it is. But I tell you what, around it, to me, it's only in the 20s, but it feels so cold. Why does the 20s feel so cold?
Yesterday.
Oh yeah, it was up to 59 yesterday in my driveway.
Yeah, now it's only like the 26 out here, so it's like, oh.
Now, were you here yesterday, Andy?
I flew in on Sunday.
Okay, so you felt yesterday's heat wave then?
A little bit, yeah, but it was. You could tell in my travels. You could tell it was something was happening. I got from Sacramento to Dallas, no problem. When I got to Dallas, my gate changed from A10 to B6 to D2. And then by that time, the battleship was sunk. I finally got it.
Bingo!
Yeah, bingo.
And I was like, I was completely sweaty. I ran out of air. I was trying to get to these places. And this was like a huge thing. Finally, I said, hey, why don't you use the train? That's a good idea. Okay.
Were you on American Airlines?
Yes, I was.
Yeah. That's a huge. I hate American Airlines to Dallas.
They were just.
They're not a sponsor. We need to mention.
Yeah.
We may change our opinion.
So I was sitting next to her. Says, it was A10. It's supposed to be Detroit up there. What's going on? She goes, oh, yeah. Look up on the board. They probably changed your door. It's like, okay. So I was like, it was late, an hour late. But when I got into the airport, they were all talking about this big storm coming from the west. So that was probably, they canceled like 3,000 flights out of Minnesota.
I'm not sure that's all weather related. Our son took a trip to Texas and missed his connecting flight. I mean, just in Texas, a connecting flight to another airport in Texas, and trouble getting there, trouble getting back. It was just, and it wasn't weather related. It was just yes.
Now, Susan, William and I talked about this, but a week after he made that trip back in August, Delta canceled flights from those two airports.
Wow.
So they don't even now you have to take Southwest or United to get there, I think. So Delta's
enough people with authority complained probably.
No, it's just I think they probably weren't selling enough tickets because they can't get people there, Anyway, so it's Christmas season. We're in between the two. Everybody got their wishes, their desires granted, and we're on our way here.
Well, if you didn't, it wasn't my fault. You didn't tell. You weren't specific enough about what you wanted. Okay.
Grouchy Santa.
We had a very, very, very nice Christmas. 6 of our 8 children joined us, plus our grandbaby.
Ooh.
Yay.
First of
Are
many.
this the first time you're grandparents?
This is the first one.
Wow, guys! Wow.
Yeah, we were parents. We were parents for 40 years, 2 months, and 3 days, 4 days, and then we became grandparents. So.
You know, we actually, from the time we became parents in 1985, we had minor children in our lives until November of last year. So then we were 13 months without minor children in our family until December 18th. Then we have minor. So only 13 months without minors, and now another minor.
There you go.
So I guess we're destined to have children be part of our lives always. So I'm happy about that. I don't know. Mark may feel different.
Well, I mean, that's the moment when you become a parent, you know, there's going to be grandkids somewhere down the line. So I was like, a friend of mine got married, and he was kind of like, he wanted to have kids. And I said, well, you know, I know you're in your 50s, 60s. You may not have kids now, and your present day wife doesn't want to have kids because she's already had kids. But I'm saying, like, all you have to do is wait about 10 years, and you'll have babies around you all over the place. Okay, it's like, and you want to know why? Because they need people to babysit them. Okay, and you're a grandparent, you'll be babysitting all those kids that they, you know, or you know, the reason I know this is because I was the only the kids that my brothers and sisters were having, you know.
And you're Santa, so children are kind of your client.
Santa, yes, of course. This year was kind of different. I was in Victoryville, California, so I wasn't called Santa. I was called Poppy.
Oh, there you
go. El Diablo. You know, it's like.
I hope all the kids. All the kids spoke English, even if their parents didn't.
Didn't have to.
Please,
as long as they spoke toy, we were good, you know.
Oh, there you go.
Bluey? Yeah, Bluey. Okay, here we go.
Don't they have the Lego place out there with tours and stuff, or like
that's in San Diego.
San Diego.
San Diego was, I think, about an hour away. It's an hour away west. So, but I was in kind of a desert area. It was pretty good. I mean, Victorville was kind of fun. We did have a gun play.
Now, Victorville, as I remember, Victorville is not near Sacramento. How did you get to Sacramento?
Oh, I took a train to Sacramento. That's where my brother is.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I took a train up there from Ontario. I took a plane into Ontario to go to Victorville.
All right.
It's
and then to the North Pole.
It's a good 10-hour trip by train to get up to Sacramento. And that was like a 10 hours trip to just go and play Yahtzee? Okay.
It's a relative. Come on.
It was good. We had a good time.
How often do you get to see relatives, you know?
Yeah, you have to do it, you know. So hey. But you know, the first week in doing Victoryville, I had something happen to my neck. I got a pinched nerve of some sort. So the whole time I was basically on Tylenol. And heat pads and whatever muscle relaxer I could get.
God, I love muscle relaxers.
I could hold on to the kids fine, but when I got home, I was like completely out. I could not move. So it was a great experience and a horrible experience all at the same time.
Well, good. Now, are you going to be doing your post-Christmas Santa rant at the Unclub for us?
I'll have a lot, but here's a picture. That's me doing my favorite reindeer antlers. Okay.
Hold on. I'm gonna put you in solo layout so it's larger for everybody here. Here we go. Now everybody. Oh, look at how you melt into the wall. I like that.
It's a hell of an effect.
So there's the reindeer antlers.
Oh, very good.
On top of my head.
Now, is that a Christmas card? Is that what that is?
No, it's a picture. It's a Christmas picture. This is what they buy when they do this.
This is what they charge.
Oh, so
$80
they had to take a practice picture. So you just did your reindeer.
They let me have like I call it the portfolio picture. Okay.
Well, the mall turns out to be a good deal because you know what, they come in and take newborn pictures and they think that you're going to spend $650 for them.
Well, we're losing out to much like Santa towns, like Clarksville up in Michigan. They'll turn their whole town into like the Santa Central. They have the Christmas stuff all up. They're selling Christmas stuff, and Santa will just wander around like some sort of Disney character, just taking photos with them.
Yeah, so the malls are dying. So
they're dying, and honestly, our pictures are not very good. They're old cameras. Yeah. You can get better pictures off your phone than we can really give you.
Oh, you got old
we're
cameras?
Charging way too much.
Well, yeah. You know what? And everybody loses out to Amazon and the internet. So
yeah. So it's I'm thinking probably this will be my last mall.
You guys are cab drivers. You ought to know that.
It's going to be my last mall run because they didn't quite. I got the contract, but they didn't show me the hours I was going to be doing. And the opening hours are okay. Then it's kept progressively went from like 8 hours to 9 to 10. Oh, the last 2 weeks went basically 12 hours.
Oh my God.
12 hours.
You can write in hours per day or some amendment to the contract before you send it back.
Oh, you could if you could see the contract before you send it back, But basically, I just, I worked with him for so long, I didn't think it was going to be a problem. And then all of a sudden, it's like 12-hour days. That means I had to sit for 6 hours. 6 hours before I had a chance to take a pee.
Wow.
Well, actually, I took a pee at 4 hours because that's the first time I ever wet my pants.
Blame the kid.
Your story.
What's that smell? Oh,
depends.
Your rant story is getting better, Santa. Your rant story is getting better.
I tell you. I'm going like, my God, I'm old. I can't hold it. The manager says, I tell you what, just say when you want to go, we'll go. Okay, we'll take you over to the Barnes and Noble. Which kind of came in helpful because when they had the gunplay in the two teenagers were shooting at each other in the food court, all the people started massing heading towards the Santa set. I said, wow, I must be popular. No, basically the shooting took place in the court, so they came this way. Manager got her daughter out, ran out the other way, and then we decided to go through the Barnes and Noble because who's going to shoot anything in the Barnes and Noble, I mean, who's you going to want? Give me all the Harry Potter you got, So they ushered us out to the outside. So I'm kind of standing outside, me and Santa, so what's going on? I don't know. I guess the kids are I was worried about my deer. I don't know if they're being shot at it or not,
To feed the reindeer.
Yeah, I don't think anybody got died, but some kid shot at some other kid out there, and then you look up to the window of the Barnes and Noble. Here's this cop with a automatic rifle. It looks like it was ready to go. It's like, okay, it's like, welcome to Christmas. I'm going. Okay. So, and I
that's cool.
It was a very nice manager. So
sounds a lot like one of those Hallmark movies.
It is a Hallmark movie. Christmas time is for the 6-shooter. There we go.
Turn it into a script. Sell it. It'll be a movie by next year.
That's right. Instead of like the prince that has a coffee shop, it'll be like
you just need to add a little romance love story in there, and you're all set.
Yes. She couldn't stand working in LA anymore, so she became a terrorist in Victoryville. Okay, there we go.
And she met the guy of her dreams, and
shot him.
Ensued.
It's the girl who left her small town, made it big in the big city, came back only to find love with the hodunk that runs the local garage or something like that.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
tell you some story like that.
It's always some prince or bartender or something like. Yes, he's a prince of it. He's a bartender. It is.
I like those Hallmark type, plethora of Christmas stories because they're basically all the same. So I say it has a good beat, and I can fall asleep to it, and no, I didn't miss anything.
I want to. They never go. They never go to. They always go to the prince on the high end, or the princess. Like the secret prince or secret princess. You never see where, the girl goes, "Oh my, why are you at my house?" He goes, "I'm collecting your garbage, man. The princess, and the garbage collector."
Yeah.
On Hallmark this Christmas season.
Or she'll say, "This is a Hallmark movie. You got to be a prince collecting garbage, right?"
Exactly.
And
I'm hiding here. I want to get away from all that princely stuff. I need to do something like the people do. So I'm collecting your garbage, man.
There we go. Yeah, that's right. I'm collecting your garbage. Well, come on in. Come on in. I said, "Oh, okay." She married a prince of garbage. There we go.
That's a candy cane.
No.
Well, you got a poem for us, Susan?
I do. Would you like it?
Yeah, let's go to the wait a minute, let me bring up the, here we go. The
Yeah.
You like that?
All right, here we go.
Hold on. I almost hit remove. I need to hit, there we go. Okay, I almost removed you.
No, don't do that.
Are you ready?
We're ready.
Bridget Bardot, animal rights activist and film legend, has left this earth at 91 and is headed for heaven. Miami Herald reporter Julie K. Brown, who exposed Jeffrey Epstein, found her travel itinerary in the Epstein files frightening to be seen. DOJ needs to explain journalist itineraries as they prepared for trial. Why is her travel and booking info even in the Epstein file? Her July 2019 flights were subpoenaed in her maiden name. Federal officers arrested Epstein July 8th. Creepy more than shame. Trump's DOJ was tracking Brown. Don't know what you've been told, but August 10th, 2019 found Epstein dead makes one's blood run cold. Italy's Mount Etna was erupting while skiers were skiing. It's the other side exploding. They were just sightseeing. And that's
all right. There we go. Thank you, Susan.
Thank you, Susan.
Bridget Bardot is only in MAGA heaven because she had turned right wing in her later years.
Oh, that's right.
We don't know her heart, so I'm sure she's in puppy heaven.
Okay, but yeah, well, she was an animal rights activist, so that's right. She would be in puppy heaven. Mm-hmm. And
she was quite the controversial figure. I think she led a very interesting life.
Yeah, I remember just two movies. One was with Jimmy Stewart, where Billy Mummy wanted to meet Bridget Bardot.
Yes,
I remember that one. He played
she played herself,
something like that. That was called Dear Brigitte or
Dear
something
Brigitte.
like that.
And I think there was another one where she played what was the name of it? Eve or something like that. It was a French film called Eve.
That sounds right. She was
reporting from heaven, the late Sam Greenfield was recorded as saying, "Miss Bardot, you can't believe how happy I am to see you."
James Stewart and Bridget Bardot starred in one movie together, the 1965 comedy Dear Brigitte, where Stewart played a professor whose son idolizes the French actress, leading to a comical situation as the real Bardot is invited to the family home.
Ah.
Yes.
That sounds like a Love American style.
She had puppies she called kittens, or kittens she called
puppy love. He was like turning 12, something like that. Yeah. The Brigitte.
I believe that film was released in 1965.
Oh
now they were also together in Cinema Paradiso, but that doesn't really count because in the film Cinema Paradiso, the theater in that film was showing Dear Brigitte. So,
okay.
Is that a Fellini movie?
Fellini?
No,
no. Cinema
Paradiso is a great film.
It is a
and
great
what
film.
what they were doing, basically, the old man was told to take out kissing scenes by the church. And at the end of the movie, he had all the kissing scenes he had taken out and put them into an entire film for the kid to watch.
Is this the one where the kid in town sort of idolizes the projectionist, and he hangs out with the projectionist, and he learns? And I think he narrates it, because he narrates it as an adult about what happened. So he's telling the story about how he remembers what happened when he was a kid, which makes it even. Which I liked that part of it.
It's a great movie.
What you're doing is you're thinking about this. That's how a kid would remember it. There was probably more to the story than just taking out the kissing scenes, but that's what an 8-year-old would remember about what had happened, And so he's telling the story as an adult of what happened when he was a kid. That was a great movie.
It was a great movie, and I can't remember the old man. He's in a series of different other films. But he also played a school teacher in this one that was really good. Damn.
Let me see. There's a couple of old guys in this one. There's Alfredo, Philippe Noiret, and Jacques Perrin played Salvador de Vida.
It was a projectionist.
Okay, I think. Let me see what. Okay.
He's also in a couple.
The projectionist. The projectionist. The actor's name was Philippe Noiret. And he was in the movies he was in. I love Google. He was in The Postman with Sophia Loren.
Oh yeah, he played the poet.
Yep, and he was in Life and Nothing But, La Grande Bouffe.
I think he played Pablo Neruda in the Postman.
Okay. He was in The Clockmaker. A lot of nothing. I don't see anything American here. These are all European films.
The one where he played a school teacher was, I think, Nothing But, and I think it was pretty good.
Here it is. Life and Nothing But. Yeah, he was a star of that.
Yeah,
he was really old by then. That was like in 1989 he did that film.
Yeah, he was pretty good. I recommend.
Any other stories you want to talk about before I head out?
What about this? You want to talk about this reporter that's in the Epstein file?
Yeah, that's creepy. Yeah, she found her itinerary and she knows it's her because for her personal life, she uses her maiden name, not her professional name. So she knows it was her. And that's when she was going to New York. I guess they were starting the court hearings on Epstein in July 2019. And of course, he died the next month. But why would the Department of Justice be tracking her? She's the one who broke the story.
Well, if she's with major media, wouldn't she back when it was, that was the first Trump administration. She's with major media, and that would mean she is the enemy. So you would want to track her.
She's the one who got this.
Allow all of Purton spies in here. Let them do whatever they want, but don't let.
It was her journalism that led to his arrest.
Yeah.
So the Department
second
of Justice, though, is tracking a reporter, knowing her flight itinerary in and out, and then people suspiciously die and.
Oh, we ain't seen nothing.
Well, we can always push up the Clinton kill list. I mean,
that makes my blood run cold. She's a reporter, and they shouldn't be tracking. They were.
Yeah.
If you do a subpoena for a court case, it's not supposed to be super secret. So she should have known that her travel itinerary was subpoenaed from American Airlines or whatever it was.
Well, they also
she should have been informed because she didn't sign. Sometimes you need a release. The subpoena is not necessarily enough. But why? What was it about her that they needed to subpoena her flight information? That's kind of creepy.
Well, I mean, they use it to intimidate them. I mean, it's like
the oversight committee wants to know why.
Well, they had a subpoena because they wanted to know
Epstein files.
I know maybe she's the one that murdered him. So
Yeah.
they need to follow her around.
Yeah.
No, I mean they do that all the time to intimidate the
witnesses.
reporters. They'll show up at their door. They'll send them like notes and all this stuff. Like they know where they're doing.
So I don't know, creepy. More. I'm sure we'll hear more, or there'll be more cover up. One of the two.
It's all creepy.
And a volcano's blowing up again. So
Now, are they spoiling the Winter Olympics in Italy? Is that what's happening?
Yeah, that's next month.
yeah, that's right.
No, 2 months in
So they're
February.
having the earthquake.
February, yeah.
Hopefully, the earthquake will be over by the time they get there.
Well, it's a very
Or
active volcano, so I believe it just erupted earlier this year. I have to look that up, but that people were actually skiing on the mountain as it's about to erupt. So people stopped to watch, I guess, from the other side. But
kind of like when people, kind of like people on the West Coast that go down to the ocean to watch the tsunami come in.
Yeah.
If you know anything about volcanoes, they don't necessarily only erupt one way. I'm not sure I'd want to be skiing on a volcano, even if the eruption went the other way.
Well, my research with my brother, we watched Journey to the Center of the Earth, and we got great information on volcanoes from James Mason. Yeah. What you need down here is you need to have lizards. There's an ocean down there,
Oh, Mount Etna's in Sicily. I was thinking since you said people were skiing that it would be up near the Alps, but it's in Sicily.
I see. I made a mistake. My geography is a little old these days, Mount Etna. I thought it was Mount Etna. Is that right?
Mount Etna. It's like
Mount
Etna. Is that the one that's the male volcano that dresses up like the old woman? Is that Mount
Etna? Etna.
Mm-hmm. Hold on here.
Did I
get the wrong volcano?
Mount Etna is Europe's most active volcano. It's on the east coast of Sicily, one of the world's largest and most studied volcanoes.
Yes.
It has a long history of frequent eruptions. It's characterized by its cone shape, frequent lava flows, ash emissions, and changing height. Standing over 3,300 meters, that's 10,900 feet to you and me. It is actively monitored and is a significant cultural and economic landmark for Sicily, known for its fertile volcanic soil and tourism. I guess volcanic soil, things grow on it very fast. Every time there's one of these large lava flows that dries out, there's always seems to be sprouts coming out of the lava flow after it cools down. So it must be very fertile.
Yeah, well, I mean that in Hawaii they talk about the Kona blend being flavored somewhat by the volcanic soil. Coffee blend.
Yeah, that makes sense. I like that coffee. Of course, I just love coffee anyway. So,
but I was able to.
Yeah, is there a bad coffee? Really?
Yeah, it's right. There's not a bad coffee. There's badly prepared coffee, but yeah. Now,
fresh or it's free. So if it's bad coffee, you can have it for free.
I mean, maybe you could put the instant coffee, the taster's choice styles of coffee could be considered, roughish to say the least.
Here's my taster's choice.
You like that? I got a helper. I got a helper down there. Okay.
There you go.
All right. If you have nothing else to ask me, I'm going to head out.
All right.
So I will see you next year, I guess.
All right.
Now you'll see me later.
Yeah.
Nice. Looking forward to seeing you
yeah.
Grandma.
That was the thrill. That was the thrill. Yeah. Yeah.
Mark is many things, but he's not eye candy.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Hey, have a good night. We'll see you. Oh, I think she's gone. There we go. Now we're back to the extreme close-ups for everybody.
Extreme close-ups.
I'm ready for my close-up.
Mr. DeVille.
The camera's ready. You see staircase of the palace.
Yeah. Oh dear, take the vicuna. Oh.
Anyway, the last time we were all together, the Lions were headed towards the playoffs. Yeah, ready to go to the Super Bowl, and things just went to hell for them. But I was watching the Red Wings game last night. Why can't we have all 4 teams making the playoffs in the same year? Last year, the Lions, Tigers, and Pistons made it, and the Red Wings weren't in it. Now the Red Wings are back in first place, and the Lions are out.
Yeah. I don't know. I know one thing. I'm never going back to a Red Wings stadium not until I lose at least 150 pounds.
Is it hard to? What's wrong with Little Caesars?
Well, I mean, granted I got the cheap seats. Okay, I understand that. But even the cheap seats, you should be able to sit in the cheap seats as a normal human being.
Oh, are they too small?
My God, I think they're only kids can sit in those things, you know?
Oh,
and the contortions I had to do to sit in that was like, for about 10 minutes, it was like, you know that position torture they show you on TV when they say it should be illegal in humanitarian efforts? That's what that is. That's basically it's position torture, you know?
I discovered something. Seeing both the Red Wings and a hockey game in the same arena. And that is, I always wondered why the hockey games were more well-attended and they had higher prices for the tickets. I mean, I can get Piston tickets. Well, not now because they're the top team in the conference. But for 5 years, for 10 years now, since they moved into Little Caesars, I'd buy $4 to $8 tickets on the aftermarket. People dumping their tickets because nobody wanted to see them. And you can't get a ticket for less than $40 to see the Red Wings play.
I agree on that, yeah.
But I did notice that when I took my wife last year, we were like 3 rows from the very back wall of the stadium in the highest deck. But we were right at half court. Well, shoot. For basketball, I'd rather have those half court seats that are all the way back in the arena, just because of the way the game is played and what you're viewing and how you're viewing it. When you're closer up, but you're on the sides or on the ends, you're not the same. But in hockey, the game is played end to end more than than basketball is, and so everything gets spread out for you. You're kind of playing with the goalie when the goalie's on your side, because he's kind of you pay attention to different parts of the game because they switch back and forth. And I just think it's because hockey is uses the whole rink, where basketball just concentrates around the basket. I mean, you think about it. Until you get near the basket and the ball gets near the basket, all that stuff that happens in between is just time consuming. Whereas in hockey, from one goal to the other, there's always something going on.
Well, I mean, the best seat in hockey is right next to the glass.
Oh, I would think so. You get to bang on it when the players come near.
You get to bang it, but you get when they're doing the checking. You get to see the face of the guy getting checked,
plastered up against the glass.
Yeah.
The only time we ever had glass seats is there was a team that used to play out at the Palace called the Vipers, the Detroit Vipers.
Yeah.
And we got glass seats for that one time. That was pretty cool.
I will never go to a hockey game without a glass seat, and I'll tell you why. I was up in Michigan Tech on their I was up in one of the seats in the upper top, and this couple was coming down the stairways, and they sat in this thing. It's like the game was going on. Everybody watched the game go on, and like this, they're looking around. All of a sudden, the puck goes out, and they all follow the puck, and they see this woman's head go back. Ugh.
Did she get nailed? Oh my God!
You got it right in the mouth. It's like they were just right at the above level of the ice, of the glass.
Huh.
So I'm like, and they weren't paying attention to the game, else they may have, been to see it, but that was not a good bait. So,
well, now
they're going to be above the ice.
In the NHL now they have the net that goes all the way back.
Finally, yeah.
And they did that in baseball too. The net goes all the way to the foul pole.
Yeah. So no longer will you have that happen, and that's good. So I'm talking about the old days, the long ago days,
And that's and then of course you've got basketball is the only one where the players kind of fall into the fans sometimes, because you can sit right up next to the court, and then those guys are huge and fast, And football, you're protected from everything. Football is probably the most violent sport because there's no fan. Fan never gets hit by a puck or a ball or a player. Football, you're
we
pretty.
had a fan hit by a player last week.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah. Whatever. I didn't follow that story. Whatever became of that? Did he get fined or?
Oh yeah, the guy lost 2 games, which is a total of $550,000.
Holy crap!
Plus, his guaranteed $45 million contract was then nullified. So, yeah,
because of the clause that said you can't.
That says it pretty much. Yeah, hitting a fan's kind of a no-no, kind of a big no-no. So
hitting a fan.
Yeah, hitting a fan.
Like he physically went up there and punched a fan?
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did. Oh, wow. It was
look up Detroit Lions fan hit by Steeler. You'll see it.
Got it. Well, back in the days of Cobb, he was able to go up and punch the hell out of anybody he wanted. So
yeah, but that was 120 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's not a good look. And when you've got like hundreds of millions of dollars of advertising on each and every game, pretty much you don't want to see your guy going over and slapping up the opposing side's fans. Just is it?
Oh yeah.
Good point.
Just buy it. Hey, listen, you do what you do. You. But,
speaking of the Steelers, can you believe they lost to Cleveland?
It's the NFL. Anything can happen.
This is where right now, if you're guaranteed your playoff spot, you don't care. They're
not guaranteed.
They're not guaranteed. Pittsburgh is not guaranteed. If they lose to the Ravens on Sunday, they're out.
And I'm also, if your other teams, you just go ahead and tank the rest of the season to improve your draft pick. I don't think Detroit's going to win their last game. Why should they? Why?
Chicago. Did you watch the Chicago San Francisco game?
No.
What's that?
Did you watch the Chicago San Francisco game?
No, I just saw the last play.
Wow, that feels like either either one of those teams has no defense or they got 2 tremendous offenses.
There you go.
Well, that could be.
There you go. And Michigan has a new coach, so the Michigan drama has now come to a conclusion, and what we will see is the last final dregs of what was left over from the Harbaugh regime. The sort of like battling it out on the field in the next couple of days here, and then a whole new. They're bringing in a Mormon.
The Mormon from Utah is coming.
They're bringing in a Mormon.
Remember the old days with the gangster films? They bring the hitter in from Detroit. Who would never kill anybody, by the way. He would always miss. Sal or Vinny or whoever he was. He'd be like, listen, what if the cops were there? But they were always bringing the specialized hitter. Now we're bringing in the Mormon from Utah.
And well, we've been the corrupt guys, So this is a Pinkerton gang bringing in Truman. There you go,
There you go. Best movie about Pinkertons ever has to be John Sayles. The movie about the miners, and Kevin McHale, if I'm not mistaken, plays like one of the most evil. He plays a Pinkerton, and James Earl Jones is in it. Oh gosh, I wish I could remember the movie.
It begins with an M, I think.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
Actually, was it in West Michigan?
I don't know where it was filmed, but it was set, I think, down in like Kentucky.
Which film are we talking about?
Well, Andy and I are both aging, and our brains don't work anymore. We can remember everything.
It's a John Sayles film.
Yeah, John Sayles film. James Earl Jones, Kevin McCarthy, and of course,
it begins with an M.
It's being crowded out in my mind by the Robert Redford film, The Milagro Beanfield War, which it's not. That's Robert Redford.
Earl Jones. All right, here we go. UHF.
No.
Invasion of the Body Snatchers?
No.
Well, the query mentions John Sayles.
John
it might
Sayles.
be a typo for John Sayles. who directed the 1978 remake. James Earl Jones appeared in later versions or similar sci-fi films.
No, of course. Once again, even.
Okay,
Okay.
which McCarthy was in it?
Kevin McCarthy.
Kevin McCarthy, directed by John Sayles and starring James Earl Jones, was Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Let's see what else they did.
Manique or Manza or something. It was the name of the town.
Yep.
Oh, hold on. Let me look at the John Sayles. Let me look at the John Sayles movie.
Matt Wan.
Matt Wan. There we go. Hey, I was close. Mawa. Come on,
Matt Wan. No, you got the first consonant vowel conjunction, so there you go. I talked with James Earl Jones about that movie when he was at the University of Michigan. He was they let him talk. Typical sort of U of M planning. They put him in like this tiny little lecture hall, and it's like he is the voice of Darth Vader. And when they had people like ringing the hall out, and they said, well, maybe we should move him up, and so they put him in a proper large lecture hall where he gave an enchanting lecture for an hour and a half. Took pictures with everyone, talked with everyone, and I asked him about working with John Sayles. And the one thing he said, if you ever have a chance to work with John Sayles, do it. That wonderful voice of his. It was an absolutely wonderful evening. It was one of the reasons why living in a college town, at least back in the day, was kind of fun, because here it was free, open, and you get to see a first class talent sit there and
well, I got to see him. I got to see him also at the Walden Bookstore in the Beverly Center in L.A.
Yeah, so he probably had a bodyguard and an entourage and a.
Well, he came in to sign his book, whatever book he'll sign. But he talked to all the clerks and stuff, so we got a chance to ask questions like, "Would you like to be, in Star Wars?" No great pointed question about John Sayles.
No asking about the Great White Hope or making your debut in Doctor Strangelove, and then having to suffer through 8 years of nothing. He's in like Doctor Strangelove, and then he's not until he's in. Who was the lady? Was Jane Alexander? Was that the? Because you remember it was all scandalous because he was a black man with a white chick. Because that was the story of the boxer. This was sad.
Great White Hope,
from a long time ago, and this sort of thing was genuinely an explosive. But even in 1968, when they made the movie, it was shall we say it was still kind of a deal.
Like 3 years away from Jim Crow laws,
No, exactly. Exactly. The ink is still kind of sticky on some of that stuff, right? And
you can still lose friends over like, oh, are you a?
I still love your.
People? Yeah, I do.
Was it your? I think your Aunt Bancroft story where she puts it on Mel's card when she's buying a book. Yeah, and it's. How neat it is to run into some of these people sort of off duty, when they don't have to be anybody. I hear Ryan O'Neal could be, just a horrifying human being, but yet if you caught him like in between the bar or whatever, he's actually, kind of fun. He was Irish, so kind of easy to get along with and whatnot. But if he was in his movie star thing, forget it. And even Burt Reynolds, who I remember him being on, I believe it was not Conan, but it was Letterman. And this was shortly after Boogie Nights had kind of reignited his career. And he says, if I did meet you back in the early 70s, I just want to say I'm sorry. Because he knew, these people know they're not totally... Clint Eastwood, who at the time he was making like the last Dirty Harry movie, in the 70s. They said, his ego could have filled pretty much the state of Nevada without really too much trouble. Later on, like I say, I think it maybe sort of moderated a wee bit. But, I don't know, you rock stars, whatever. If you have a ton of adulation, that's got to go to your head in any human being. One of my favorite stories is a gentleman. This is one of these. It's too good to check. He claims that he met Pete Townsend in a elevator in London. Just sort of bumped. They were in the same building, and he got very tongue tied. He's like, "But and Pete just looked at him and saw the expression on the guy's face. Just looked at him, smiled, patted him on the shoulder, and walked out of the elevator when the doors opened. You know, because again, when you're Pete Townsend, people have been, throwing their underwear at you since '65. I mean,
it's hard to not, take that too seriously. What was it? There's that great speech at the end of Patton.
Yes,
he's talking about,
the emperor,
over 1,000 years, Roman conquerors returned from wars, enjoyed the honor of a triumph parade.
Yeah.
In the procession came trumpeters, musicians, and strange animals from the conquered territories.
Yeah.
With course laden with treasure kept for us. A slave stood behind the conqueror, holding a golden crown, whispering in his ear a warning: all glory is fleeting.
It's fleeting. The other expression is "Thou art mortal," but same thing. Thou art mortal. Thou art mortal. But yes, he says all glory. There's a great 1968 film with George C. Scott called Petula, which I've recently sort of encountered. I've seen the trailers for it, and it's one of these wild madcap 60s. We're going to make some sort of like summer hit film, and they end up making what turns out to be sort of an existential document of everything that's wrong with America in 1968. And I've got to check the entire movie out. The trailer just looks wild. So we definitely have to do that. And we forget that sometimes we make these things and they become documents of their time.
But wasn't he also in Boing?
Yeah. I mean, the Flim Flam Man.
Flim Flam Man. One of the best underrated shows ever. The Flim Flam.
He goes from playing the heavy, a genuine heavy in The Hustler. I mean, where he plays that smoldering, you can feel his menace from the beginning, but I mean, it really doesn't really flower until after Piper Laurie kills herself, right? I mean,
I've never even heard of Petulia, and I studied films from that era at one time.
Well, I've got a few films you probably haven't seen, but let's not go into that now.
Dr. Archie Ballin, George Scott, is having a midlife crisis. He just divorced his wife and is establishing a new life for himself. One night, he catches the eye of Petulia Danner, played by Julie Christie, a charming, free-spirited young woman. Petulia, vibrant personality, hides her fear of her abusive husband, Richard Chamberlain.
He was trying to get away from his Dr. Kildare,
whose father is a powerful society figure. As Petulia and Archie's feelings for each other grow, they must decide what it is they truly want.
Interesting. So the drama?
Yeah. Well, it was supposed to be. It turns into it was supposed to be sort of a comedy, but the whole movie kind of goes off the rails and then becomes unintentionally something different. Something that doesn't quite fit into any. It becomes a big old financial box office failure. They thought they had an absolute because Julie Christie was the toast of the town.
Who can match George C. Scott's final words in Day of the Dolphin? B, I hate you, B. B, go away.
But again, I give him credit all the way up into Firestarter, which that's near the end of his career, near the end of his life, and he's taking on a role, and again, an actor from Detroit, and I like the way one guy described him. He's got a face like a clenched fist.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
Yeah,
when he was cast, I'm trying to think of the director who said this, that they cast him when he was asleep.
Right. Yeah.
You remember what director that was?
All right, I'm watching it this week. Petulia's on the YouTube movie page, so I'm going to watch it this week.
Okay.
They cast George C. Scott when he was sleeping outside to do the. Was that for Anatomy of a Murder?
Gosh. Because that's Otto Preminger, correct?
He had such a presence, just even in sleep.
Yes.
And they decided to cast him when he was asleep.
He plays the prosecuting attorney in that, doesn't he?
Yes. He plays the attorney that's going against Jimmy Stewart.
And of course the guy playing the judge is the guy who finally shamed Joseph McCarthy into shutting his alcoholic pie hole. I forget that guy's name. Walsh, I think was his last name. Otto Preminger. I forget who filmed it. I mean, I think that's Conrad Hall or
What film are we talking about now?
Anatomy of
of a
Murder.
Murder or
He filmed it up in Marquette.
Haskell Wexford. I can't remember. It's one of those two guys.
Wexler.
Yeah. Haskell Wexler. Okay.
Haskell Wexler.
Yeah, he and Conrad Hall, they actually had a company where they worked together quite a lot. And these two guys kind of really created the look of the 1960s in many, many respects. Those guys did a lot of great film. They started out in TV. Amongst other things, they did some Twilight Zones episodes and Outer Limits.
Oh yeah, I highly recommend the Night of the Meek with Art Carney for a Christmas Eve celebration of Santa Claus. So
yeah, I still have yet to see Harry and Tonto. It's only been out for 50+ years.
It's good. I don't know what people say is, some guys don't like it, and it's actually a good film, and a lot of good character actors in there. It was really good, and he did a good job with it.
Carney was an interesting. Again, he had to get away from the Jackie Gleason thing because obviously that is sort of like makes his bones nationwide, and anytime you have to play up against Gleason, which at that time, again, correct me if I'm wrong, fellers, but that was like one of the #1 shows on TV at that time. Am I correct? The Honeymooners.
Probably. There weren't too many TV stations back then. So
not to be confused with the adult-rated takeoff called the Honeymooners. We won't go into that right now. We'll save that.
Anatomy of a Murder takes place in Michigan. I didn't know that.
Yeah, Marquette. It was shot in Michigan.
Yeah, it was written, and it was off the story of one of the prosecutors wrote. He wrote Anatomy of Murder. But he also wrote,
Count Basie.
He's a trout fisherman.
Yep.
Yeah, a whole series about trout. So.
The Count Basie is doing the music. He has a nice cameo in the movie.
Yeah.
Who was the femme fatale in that?
The absolute gorgeous redhead.
Yeah.
Lee Remick.
Thank you. God, that was driving me nuts.
She was fantastic.
And Ben Gazzara was the husband that everyone was after.
In the play, I got to play the my favorite part was I got to play the owner of the trailer park, and I got to say the line, the great line at the end. He said he left you a message. He said he had an urge to go away. So he said, urge to move.
Oh God, it's like one of my favorite lines from The Fountainhead. Where the and Gary Cooper, who's playing I wasn't quite sure that he was right, but nevertheless, one of the lines is, "I don't know what you must think of me," and Cooper replies, "But I don't think of you," and it was a wonderful sort of comeback. You'd have to, again, if you go and see it, it's delivered better than anything I can do. But again, that, which also is a Patricia Neal film, where she plays the femme fatale. And
before her voice went to the dark.
Totally froggy. Well, what would you estimate her voice was like in HUD? Because I mean, I think in HUD,
that was just after she had the surgery.
Well, yeah, I think HUD. I think everyone in HUD deserves an award, because that to me is one of the few examples. Whit Bissell is perfect in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Melvin Douglas is perfect in the movie. They are all cast absolutely perfectly in a perfect movie. The guy Elmer Bernstein, who does the music, who also later did the music, if I'm not mistaken. No, he didn't do Cool Hand Luke. That was Lalo Schifrin who did that. But I mean, again, it's a wonderful.
Hey, HUD.
Yeah. We never learn exactly why HUD is such a bastard, but we do know that involved in an accident and death of his brother, and again, the young man who plays HUD's nephew, who sadly, tragically lost his life fairly young.
Yeah, there was a car accident somewhere.
Yeah, it was something like that. Yeah, he was. Yeah, well, it could have been worse. He was touring with a play, but at least it wasn't Bob Crane's play. So there's that. That would have been worse. You guys are not having any fun tonight, are you?
I'm having fun.
Okay, well, good.
I'm trying to fight back some pain. As I said, the neck stuff has not gone away yet. So.
Well, yeah, you dealing with the offspring of the Victorville Yakuza for a month on end.
Yes.
Again, and trying to explain to a young child whose English is definitely a second language, trying to explain Pappy has a cleostomy bag. Which again, that's a great dance song. It's
my mask, okay.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you do it because I certainly while all you guys were talking about kids and minors and all, I shut up. I said nothing, and all I can say is it's a job I could not do. Not just because of the little buzzing box on my ankle, but it's it's just not,
The kids are great. It's the parents that are nuts.
Yeah,
I've heard that about a lot of things.
Yeah, as a 30-year Little League coach, I can guarantee you that.
I'm about to say, Mark, haven't you also been like an umpire in basketball for kids?
When I lived in Los Angeles, I refereed for high school sports,
right,
and some junior colleges because I wasn't a good waiter. So if I was between jobs, that was a pretty nice game. Well, we made like $75 a game. That's enough to live.
Oh, that's pretty good.
You'd have been perfect in the movies if you could have gotten you typecast. I mean, come on, Longest Yard. You'd be great in a striped shirt.
That's
out
right.
There, with a whistle.
There ain't nothing in the rule book says a dog can't play basketball.
See, exactly.
Yeah. No, I mean the parents get so much expectation. They want the perfect shot, the perfect, and there are times the kid will supply it, and it's like it was so easy, and then the other time the kid just looks at Santa Claus and goes El Diablo, El Diablo, and just and the parents can't understand why, they don't understand why. It's just
Andy, where did they put you up?
They put me up at the Hawthorne Suites.
But
I have a complaint against Hawthorne Suites. I had something mailed to me on the 20th. I walk out. I say hello to those guys. They knew I'm Santa Claus. Not one of them told me it was there. And I left. And it was a present from a friend that he usually sends sometime around Christmas. Right. And they're trying to get back, and they're going like, "Oh, we're not going to pay for it." Oh, that's I'm going over your head. I'm going up to the head of the damn place.
You're going to corporate.
Going to corporate, man.
I'm going to crazy.
They're owned by
right now. You'll get nothing but coal next year.
I will write a strongly worded letter.
I'll send my elves. They will find you. They will harm you.
Not the elven Yakuza. No.
Yeah, so the elven Yakuza. That's right.
Patent leather hats. And
I have certain skills.
Yeah.
That make me a terror for people like you.
I'm the kind of man can come down a chimney at midnight, if you know what I mean.
I can I got an unstoppable mile and pile of coal that can come your way.
Naughty and nice. You hear about the nice all the time. You don't hear about the naughty. You know why you don't hear about the naughty? Because they're dead. Okay?
They're working for me.
That's right. So.
Well, we've done it, fellas. We've wasted another hour. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Oh yeah. Don't forget. Wait a minute. I think I forgot it here. This is how you subscribe. Please subscribe if you might. We'd really appreciate that. And come back and see us every Monday night at 8 o'clock. We'll be here next Monday night. And join us if you will. We'll enjoy seeing you then. So good night, everybody.
Night.
Night. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
And if you're from American Airlines, contact us for advertising.
Don't get lost in the A10 trip.
We're also taking offers from Rice Krispie Treats.
And watch out for the gates, man. The gates will get you every time.